Mexico has been dumping millions of gallons of raw sewage into the Tijuana River, which then flows directly into the United States, right near San Diego. The country is said to have dumped 6 million gallons, get this, in just the past couple of days. 6 million gallons. It's part of a larger plan to discard 400 million gallons. The situation is so bad that the U.S. Navy SEALs are now being relocated further north for training because hundreds of them have gotten stomach illnesses. Many San Diego residents also getting sick. President Trump addressed the situation on Air Force One on Sunday.
Mexico has a faulty sewage system that's dumping sewage into our part of the ocean. And the Pacific Ocean is not looking too good on many occasions. Sometimes it stops and sometimes it breaks. And when it breaks, very bad and disgusting things happen, and they shouldn't be doing that.
EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin says he will personally pay a visit to the area in less than 2 weeks. San Diego County Supervisor Jim Desmond has been calling out the sewage crisis in daily videos on X for quite some time now. Listen to this.
This culvert just dumping in to the United States full of sewage, garbage, chemicals, dirty water polluting our country.
And San Diego County Supervisor Jim Desmond joining us live now. Sir, good to see you again. Thank you for joining.
Hannah, thank you.
Mexico just dumped 6 million gallons of sewage in the past few days. You've said you're expecting 400 million gallons. That number is unfathomable. Over how long do you think?
Well, we've heard that they're going to be dumping for at least about 8 days while they do some construction on the pipeline on their side of the border. But regardless, I mean, every day we get sewage coming across. It varies. You know, when there's a big rain, we get, hundreds of millions of gallons come across. Unfortunately, this Tijuana River that runs through Tijuana is all cement. It's all been, encased. It's a huge culvert. People throw their garbage, their sewage, their chemicals, everything into there, and then it gets flushed out and comes into the U.S. and pollutes our beaches. Our beaches have been closed at Imperial Beach for over 1,000 days. The Navy SEALs you mentioned are having to go north to get into cleaner water so that they can train. This is an environmental catastrophe hitting the southern border.
Jim, this isn't a new issue. I know you've been frustrated for quite some time. It's been going on for years. Why is this getting the attention now that it deserves?
Well, it's gotten a lot worse, primarily during the Biden administration, because so many people flooded to our southern border. Many of them didn't get across. They ended up living in Tijuana, and now they're living in somewhat like a shanty town that doesn't have the infrastructure, that doesn't have the sewage treatment plants. And unfortunately, they got many more people living there now without the proper facilities, and it's just being dumped into this river and canal and ending up in the U.S. So the population is blown up, in the last 4 years. And the pollution, like I said, for 3 years, this beach has been closed, and that primarily has to do with the Biden administration letting so many people come across the border, and a lot of them staying in Tijuana.
I understand you met with Lee Zeldin from the EPA last week when you went to D.C. Did anything come out of that? What did Lee Zeldin say he's going to do moving forward?
Well, I didn't get to meet with Lee Zeldin. I met with his number two, Chad McIntosh, and they're very concerned. They absolutely are aware of what's going on, and they see that it's increased over the years. I mean, this has been going on for decades. There's actually a treatment plant on the U.S. side that has a pipe from Tijuana that we, the American taxpayers, are cleaning or doing some of the water treatment, but it's so much that comes across that this treatment plant can't handle it all, and unfortunately, it gets bypassed and dumped directly into the ocean. This is something Mexico we have to make it Mexico's problem, because right now it's ours, but it's their sewage and their chemicals. We got to put the onus back on them.
Yeah, we're showing our viewers some of the video of the sewage. It's absolutely terrible. What is it exactly that you want the EPA and federal government to do, Jim?
Well, I just spent last week in Washington, and I was able to speak with many lawmakers. And what I basically wanted was, with this tariff wars and everything else that's going on right now, and the deals that have to be made with many of these countries with these tariffs, is make part of the deal that they have to stop dumping sewage into the United States. I mean, this is crazy. We actually sell them fresh water. We deliver fresh water to Mexico, and they give us back sewage. So my message is, whatever deal works out of these tariffs, that this is part of it, and this has to stop.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.